How you doing? Good.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. Ty, it looked tonight that Tatum might have had a little bit more room to work, and Jalen had no room. I know you don't like to talk about your game plan, but generally speaking, how much did you switch your coverages, and how much do you think that played into what we saw as a team defensive effort tonight?
We changed a couple of things up. We know Jalen's a first quarter player. I mean, he plays good throughout the game, but he really sets the tone early in that first quarter. So we want to do a good job on him. I thought Braun really did a good job of closing out to him, making him put on the floor, cutting him off, and made him play in the crowd. And it was good for us to slow him down in that first quarter because he's been really good, in Boston. So that was good for us.
And then did you challenge LeBron or talk to him about putting forth that kind of effort on defense?
No, we challenge everyone just to be aggressive, understanding the game plan. We still had a couple screw ups where Morris got a three. I think someone else got a layup. But other than that, it was a great defensive game for us. From front to back, we played good defensively, and I thought offensively we moved them around a little bit more. Had a lot of assists, and I thought Jr. and G Hill did a good job of setting the tone early, being aggressive, playing with more pace, more force, and having six guys in double figures. That's big. So I thought we played an all-around game tonight, defensively and offensively.
Dave McBennett, ESPN. Ty, speaking of the first quarter, and you just mentioned the pace and aggressiveness that George Hill showed, but what opened up for him in Game 3 that wasn't there to the start of the series?
I think just playing faster. I think understanding what we needed from him. Like I said, he's been in the league for a while, and he understands. He's a vet, and just playing with more force, more pace, more speed, and he did that early on in the game. And I think he had 11 points in the first quarter, maybe 11. So we need that from him, to being aggressive, attacking the basket, taking his open shots, and he did that for us tonight.
Ty, Ray Jeske, ESPN 990. There was no fatal flaw quarter today. No bad first quarter, no bad third quarter where things unraveled. What was the key for that to not happen?
I think the key for that was ending the quarters right. I think in the first quarter, just ending the quarter right, ending the half right, ending the third quarter right, so they wouldn't have any momentum. And I thought we did a good job of that. They didn't score 25 points in none of the quarters tonight. So I thought we did a good job of just taking care of business down the stretch of quarters, ending the quarter, ending the half, ending the third quarter, and it didn't give no momentum going into the next quarter.
Ty, Kenny Roda, WHBC Radio. Your rotation tonight, did you go in with a mindset of who you wanted to play and you would adjust accordingly based on how they played, or was this the game plan from the get-go and you had your set rotation no matter what?
No, we had our rotation, and, like you said, see how they played and how it went, and then if we had a change in the second half, we would do that. But I thought everybody came in and contributed in some way, and so it was good for us to have everybody touch the floor, touch the basketball, and play well, so it was good.
You mentioned in the press conference at shoot-around about the offense. You wanted to work on that. What was better tonight? What was the key?
I think we moved them around a little bit more. They're a physical team. They lock in and they switch in multiple positions. So I thought we did some different stuff, moving without the basketball, moving the ball, moving bodies, and then trying to exploit the mismatches. And we did a good job of that tonight, and we just got to continue to keep doing it.
Ty, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. After Game 1, you talked about how confident you are in Tristan against Al Horford. How would you characterize the way that Tristan has defended him in the last 2 games since making that move?
He's defending him well. I think he's physical. Al Horford's a perennial all-star, and they run a lot of sets through him. So he's usually hounding the ball at the top of the key, making the dribble handoffs or pick and pop, shooting the three, and posting him. So Tristan's the kind of guy who's agile enough to get back on his shot when he pops, to put ball pressure on him at the top of the key, just try to make him uncomfortable. And Al's a good player, so he's going to be able to score, but we just want to make it tough. And I think Tristan's the best matchup for him, for us, to do that.
Ashley Bastock, Metro Networks. Ty, when George is being aggressive early, how does that sort of affect the ball movement overall for all 5 guys?
Well, when he's aggressive, scoring the basketball, I think, by his penetration, it opens it up for our shooters and everybody on the perimeter. So just him playing fast with speed and with pace really changed our offense. Now we come off, we have a pick and roll, they switch. We still got enough time to post Kevin or post Braun against a mismatch or swing it to the second side and still get something. So when we get the ball up fast and playing with that kind of pace, it really helps us out offensively.
Greg Swartz, Bleacher Report. Coach, game one, you guys had 4 3-pointers. Tonight you had 17. Actually tied the most that you guys have made since you made the trades in February. What'd you like from outside the arc, and why do you think you were so successful?
I thought G Hill early took his shots. They tried to go under a couple times. He stepped back, made a couple threes. JR, catch and shoot. I'd rather, JR take a contested shot than try to put it down and do too much, So he took his open shots today. And, Corver came in and made shots for us off the bench. So I thought we did a good job of moving the basketball, making the extra pass. And, we shot it well tonight. So when we're playing like that, guys can get open shots. We just got to make them.
Ty, what stuck out to you about LeBron James's passing tonight?
I don't even know. One thing about, he prides himself on time, on target. And when guys are open, he wants to make sure they have it right in their shooting pocket to get their shot off. And you can see that with Corver tonight. You can see it with JR. Kevin had a few that he missed that he normally makes. But he really prides himself on passing on time, on target.
Jason Lloyd, The Athletic. LeBron says all the time it's a make or miss league, but his three-point shooting has been really streaky. There was, at the start, he couldn't make a three, and now he's on a roll here where he can't miss a three. Is it as simple as finding a rhythm and sticking in it, or have you noticed anything with him over the years of when he gets in a rhythm, shooting threes, and when he doesn't, what the difference is?
I think, staying in that rhythm would be good for us, but he's just taking what the defense gives him. A couple times they went under. He took a step back three. Then when they go over the top, he's able to get downhill, make passes to Larry and Tristan, and opens the floor up for us. So I just think he has to read the defense. If they give him that shot, he has to take it because he can shoot the ball, extremely well. So just taking his shots in rhythm and not thinking about it.
Two quick ones. We noticed that Rodney didn't play tonight. Was there anything behind that?
No.
And then what does Larry Nance give you in this series?
He gives us athleticism. I think running the floor, being able to push it out on a break when he rebounds the basketball, but also be able to switch. I think he can switch and guard multiple positions, but also when Tristan goes out of the game, he's also the guy who can guard Horford. I think he's active enough. He's athletic enough to get up and pressure his handle, challenge his shots when he goes up to shoot the basketball. So he's a very versatile player. And then, of course, when he's rolling down the middle of the lane and guys are pulling in to help, then it opens up our shooters on the other side. So he's very good for us as far as just using his athleticism and where he's at on the floor.